Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Favorite. I use she, they, they pronouns, and I am so excited for today's video. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate you, and let's get on to today's video. So because Pride Month starts tomorrow when this video is being, after this video is being uploaded, I wanted to talk about the different definitions for some of the identities that fall under the ace and arrow spectrums, and I wanted to do this for educational purposes for those who don't know but are curious about being asexual and aromantic, or those who don't know the different identities that fall under it. I won't be doing the entire list in this video of the different micro labels of being asexual and aromantic. That video will be coming later, not necessarily in this month but in the future. But if you want to stick around for that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you're notified when I upload. Before we begin talking about the different labels, I do want to promote my social medias. I have a TikTok where I post fun videos, an Instagram where I post fun pics, a Twitter where I post fun retweets. I also have a Goodreads where I post fun book reviews, and a Pinterest where I post fun boards, all linked down below. If you want to give me a follow, thank you in advance. And now let's get into today's video. So I wanted to do some definitions for some identities that fall under the ace and arrow spectrums, and so I went looking on Google for a list of them so I can just read them to you and tell you about them. And I found two websites. The first one I found was Asexuality Archive, and they have a glossary for you to read. And then they have, the other website I found was LGBTQ+ Society, and they have a section with the ace and arrow spectrum definitions. And this is what the first one looks like, and this is what the second one looks like. I'm going to be reading from this one because it has it sectioned out. We have identities, which is going to be done in this video. We have attraction and relationships, which is going to be done in a later video. And we have attitudes and concepts, which are going to be, I'm going to put them probably in the same video because they're not that long. And we have events. And so I'm going to start with that. And it's going to go in alphabetical order, not necessarily in ace, because ace is at the top, but you don't get asexual till you get to AS. And so, yeah, I'm just going to go in alphabetical order because it's going to be easier for my eyes to track it. So first off, we have Agrosexual or arrow flux, someone who fluctuates between experiencing romantic attraction and not experiencing it, and or experiencing romantic attraction to different strengths, meaning that it either fluctuates or at one point it's stronger and some points it's weaker, the level of attraction. Agrosexual, someone who experiences sexual attraction, whose experiences of sexual attraction fluctuate. They may go through periods of asexuality and periods of experiencing sexual attraction. The strength of their attraction could also fluctuate, going through phases of weakness and intensity. That's also known as ace flux. Then we have ace, which is just a abbreviated version of asexual. Achiosexual or Romantic, a person who experiences romantic attraction but has no desire or need to have their feelings reciprocated. Sometimes an Achiosexual person's attraction may fade if a romantic relationship is established. Then we have Achiosexual and Lithosexual, someone who experiences sexual attraction to people but has no desire to have those feelings reciprocated. For some, if the attraction is reciprocated, their feelings may fade and they will no longer be attracted to that person. This sexual is also sometimes used to describe someone who does not receive sexual contact but may be happy to give it. Then we have Alloromantic or Z-romantic, someone who does not, someone who does experience romantic attraction. An alloromantic person may be allosexual as well, but not necessarily. Now, I do want to say that allo and Z are not offensive terms. They're just terms to explain your experience. If you experience sexual romantic attraction, you're allo, and if you don't, you're A. And that's it. It also goes for being allosexual and zsexual. Allosexual/zsexual, someone who does not, I'm sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Someone who does experience sexual attraction and therefore not on the ace spectrum. Then we have apothosexual, someone who is asexual and sex repulsed. Then we have aro, an abbreviated term for aromantic. Aromantic, someone who does not experience romantic attraction. Asexual, someone who does not experience sexual attraction. Autochorosexual or agiosexual, someone who is aroused by sex that does not involve themselves. It is a disconnection between oneself and the sexual object/activity. Someone who is autoprosexual may have sexual fantasies or enjoy reading erotica or watching corn, but will have no desire to be involved in these activities themselves. This identity does not arise within the ace community and isn't necessarily an ace identity. Cubio Romantic, someone who does not experience romantic attraction but has a desire to be in a romantic relationship. Cubiosexual, someone who desires a sexual relationship but does not experience sexual attraction. Demi, an abbreviation for demisexual and demiromanticism. I'm sorry, I'm reading this so wrong. Demisexuality and demiromanticism. Demi-aromantic, someone who experiences romantic attraction after establishing a strong emotional connection to someone. Demi-asexual, someone who only experiences sexual attraction after establishing a close emotional and or romantic connection with another person/persons. So they only experience these attractions after a strong emotional connection or bond has been formed. Phraromantic, someone who experiences romantic attraction, but this attraction fades after getting to know the object of attraction. Phrasexual, someone who initially experiences sexual attraction upon meeting someone, but this attraction fades after getting to know them. And that's, so phrasexual is basically the opposite of demisexual, and phraromantic is the opposite of phraromantic. No, demiromantic, I'm sorry. Then we have gray, a romantic, someone who sometimes, occasionally, or rarely experiences romantic attraction. The attraction they experience may be weak or might be infrequent, also used as an umbrella term for all romantic orientations that fall between alloromantic and aromantic. Then we have gray asexual, someone who sometimes, occasionally, or rarely experiences sexual attraction. The attraction they experience may be weak or might be infrequent. Gray sexuality describes any sexual orientation that falls somewhere between asexual and allosexual. It is often used as an umbrella term to encompass other identities on the gray area of the spectrum, including demisexuals, lisexuals, aseflux, etc. Okay, I'm going to probably say this wrong. Perioriented describes a person whose romantic and sexual orientations align. For example, a homoromantic homosexual person or an asexual aromantic person. Then we have varioriented, describes a person whose romantic and sexual attractions don't align. For example, a homoromantic pansexual person or homosexual demiromantic person. So if you have both ace and aro, you are perio-oriented. And if you are heterosexual aromantic, you are vario-oriented. Yeah. I'm going to say that wrong. Romantic or WTF romantic, someone who finds a romantic attraction confusing or cannot differentiate between platonic and romantic attraction, or is unsure of whether they experience romantic attraction. Coisexual, someone who is unsure whether to experience sexual attraction or is unsure about what sexual attraction is. And so those are the kind of like the basis of both asexual and aromantic, the definitions. They do get a lot more detailed when you have the different micro labels that fall under the asexual spectrum that I will go into later on in my series. But that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up if you would like. Subscribe if you want to. Hit the bell notification so you're notified when I upload. I try to upload twice a week. And my social medias are all linked in the description box down below if you want to give me a follow. And I'm very excited for this series, also kind of nervous, but I wanted to talk about my identities and spread awareness, because not a lot of people know about it or really understand it. And so that's why I'm making this series. And until next time, drink some water, eat a snack, play with a toy, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!